I am tempted just to make a scramble back to Devon. Yeah, we've got saves made at a few spots. Let's take the risk. I think it's a terrible idea. My sense of things is telling me we're gonna eat it. We might not even make it there, especially if this terrain is hard to move through. I'm not sure what this terrain represents here. If it's hard to move through, then yeah, it's gonna go especially poorly. But I got no food really. I got no goods to send over. I'll dump this here. There's nothing to buy. No trade offers. No cash to be made on the way over. Ugh. We've already sold that. Yeah, we're going backwards on our cash supply. We're doing terrible. Oh yeah, I forgot to Bronze Owl Pendant. Accuracy. I wanted to give that to Krifta. She got the Strange Merchant. A sack of items. Antitoxin. Spectral dust. Isn't that what we need for our quest? I think that's what we need. Did we really stumble across it at random? I need to double check my quest info. I don't think I can do it while I'm inside this screen. Yeah, I need to check my quest info. Oh, there we go. Objectives, active. Golden Theory. And 6 spectral residue. Is this spectral residue? It is. All right, so 6 of these would be 12 of my money. Hopefully I can buy 12. Wait, is this cash amount get me 4 of that? I think that's what. Yeah, buy 4. Well, I don't need 4. I need more than 4. Damn it. That sucks. Now I gotta find more of the things. I need 2 more. All right, I'll just have to remember he's a source. Well, let's take off. I think this is. Oh yeah, I gotta rest. That's gonna use up another big portion of my food. Uh-oh, an arena fight? Hmm. Um. Sure. Two groups walk in, one comes out. Four? Really? Well, we're definitely sending you in. Definitely sending in Harvek. And then I think Cinderarth and Krifta has secondaries. Oh, okay. Fine. Sorry, Garrick. Lovely. That's not cool. All right. Let's go with there. Actually, yeah, let's go like that. Got to give him running room to do that dash. All right, Krifta. Let's see. Bypass armor. Oh, she's doing Overwatch. Damn it, I did the wrong one. That's kind of funny. The big boot knocked him back, forced the other guy forward, and then his movement forward triggered the Overwatch. Brutal charge to there against you. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. That sucks. Alright, let's go with the chain lightning to start. I don't know if distance from the target makes a difference. Awesome job, Krifta. Or Finderarth, I mean. No, we don't want you up front. Not with that thing there. Oh, crap. You got armor? You got one armor. Let's get a poison. Any spot on the field of battle. Okay, I'd like to go here, please. We don't have a charge. We can do a... Oh, that, and he does have a charge. He has the Mantis Stab. Let's go for you again. Awesome. Should do a mighty swing. Ow! Bastard. What? We get to go again? Really? No, you feel free to stay in the back row. Woo! Nice. Massive crit. Okay. Handful of spectators holler rather unenthusiastically as you defeat your opponents. Upon heading back to the fighter's warrens, Udish begrudgingly hands you your modest prize. A bit underwhelming. Maybe next time we'll find more challenging fight for you. 5 Leerg. All that for 5 Leerg. Alright, I think it's time to get out of here. Oof, I am going to regret this. Oh, that's right, we have no movement. I keep forgetting. Whoops. Don't do that again. 1 day of food. 1 day! Stop it. A lot of 4s in these numbers again. I can't find food here. $53, huh? Crit success and a crit success. Holy crap. Okay. I can't complain there. 8 to there. Let's use our points. 10 and 12. That's a great number. Or go 9, stay off road and do another search. Now, with the extra time we bought, let's push. Got at least 2 more days. Zero for them also. Wow. One more day, 2 more days. Ouch. Really hope they've got some food over there. Push it. Force march it. Alright, first time we've been here. Comitatus approaches the town of Ash, struggling against the speckles of gray dust swirling through the air. Visibility is reduced to a minimum, yet you manage to arrive at the perimeter, where you're waved on by a group of uncaring Imperial guardsmen. You enter the settlement intent on reaching the Mancio before any more of the bothersome dust can gather behind your collar. Even inside the streets, you can barely see where you are going, so you just tell your drivers and handlers to keep the marching line intact and to proceed forward. And so they do, until there is a sudden scream coming from the column's front. Anticipating trouble, you make your way forward to see what's going on. There in the dust lies a scrawny man, clad in but a loincloth and grasping his left ankle, wailing in pain. You ask what happened. This fool came out of nowhere, one beast driver explains, ran straight in front of the animals, and got himself trampled. Then suddenly hear an outraged cry and turn to face a man dressed in flowing white robes. That's my slave, he shouts angrily. You've damaged my property. The white-robed youngster kneels down beside his injured slave and takes his trembling hand. Oh, dearest, beloved Labes, are you all right? Then he looks at you. This is my most prized dancer slave, and your brutish beast just broke his leg, rendering him useless. I'm the venerable Imponus Spurus, son of Ash's most influential slave trader, and you, Vagrus, will recompensate me right here and now, else suffer the consequences. Make haste and hand me 2 pieces of silver. Sounds like a scam. Yeah, the guy that duped us in Valarius. Yep, scam. What do we get? 1 bronze statue. All right, the Death Pit of Ash. Engage in the pit fights of the Slaver Town. The Darius Chapter House, regional headquarters of the prestigious trading house. Where are we at with Darius? Other button. Hey, Darius. We're at a whole 13. Pretty neutral. I keep getting trapped in these screens. Close that one so I can close that one. All right. Well, let's see what the bad news is. Well, it's not quite as exorbitant, but there's not much available. We'll buy it all up, though. You can have the bone. You can have the chitin. All right. 6 days. That's reasonable. So if we go here, the Haunting of Scoria. Crimson Gate only, huh? Okay, how about here? Trade missions only. Carpenter's Guild to Devon, we can take that. Assuming we're heading back that way, I gotta make that decision. So Darius and Carpenter's Guild. Yeah, Darius is opposed to Oko. Hey look, 194 still. So, does that mean it is only adversaries? That means it's only adversaries, right? That opens things up a lot better. Okay. So we've got 2 return trip to Devon. I thought this place was the center of the slave trade, so I expected this to be lower here. But I don't see any other real entry. Trading house, maybe? Yeah. Alright, so this is where you deal with that stuff. Darius Wares. Obsidian Blades. Beast Lures. Trap Kit. Awnings. Tents. Slave Cages. More Obedience. So we're missing, yeah, Darius faction by some of this stuff. Hence, generates vigor with 10% chance. +1 survival perk. Miscellaneous category. I've got a navigation slot and a sorcery slot. I don't think we're getting anything out of this. Yeah, we just did an arena fight not too long ago. I might do the arena fight here as well. We seem to have a pretty capable crew for most of the ones I've seen so far. Is this the only miscellaneous slot? Categories harnesses. Where the hell's the miscellaneous slot? That is the miscellaneous slot. Yeah, let's keep that one. I'm gonna not worry about those tents for now. All right, so nothing particularly interesting here. We're still running a little light. We got 6 days of supplies with our current crew. We're okay on workforce amount. We're okay on defense amount with our supply of warriors to keep our Vagrus defended during stops. We got 2 missions back to Devon, but I got to make a decision right here. So we made it to Ash. I assume, did we get a insight? Yeah, insight awarded for Ash. So that's mainly what I'm after, is I'm trying to get these things unlocked, advanced story quests. I'm foregoing the opportunity to make money with our trade caravan so that we can get some world exploration, some experience. I don't even remember if Avernum is... Can we reach Avernum? Is Avernum an actual city that we have within the boundaries of the limitations of the world? Is Avernum on the trade list? I don't think it is. No, it's not. All right, so while the world map is this big, the actual playable area is just this kind of square right here. There's an awful lot you can do within that square, but we can't actually go to Avernum. We should be able to go to Larnac. I haven't been to Larnac yet. So I think I'm going to try to make the trip down to Larnac. And then if Larnac to Lumina is an awful long way. I have no idea if there's anything in the middle here. Is Larnac actually reachable easier? I don't remember Larnac on this list. Does it not put things on the list I haven't been into, or is this the entire list? Huh. Maybe I can't get to Larnac either. It's not putting things I haven't been to? Alright. That's what my question was. If I'm asking direct questions like that, it's feel free to answer the question. What I don't want is, you know, go here and dig in this spot and you get the magical uber sword of flaming justice. Or here is the optimum trade route. Go here, buy this, go there, buy that, go here, buy that. I don't want strategy, storyline, optimization information. How mechanics work, buttons on the interface I might be missing, boundaries of the world, all that stuff's fair game. I assumed I would be getting like news information for the trading locations, and they would have shown up on one of the news things to give me some kind of pricing, but yeah, it'd be nice if they delineated it better. I knew it was something right around here, and then the Bronze Desert is available through a DLC. All right, so Avernum is probably the northwestern border on down, like so. All right, yeah, I'll try to make the trip to Avernum. Well, we'll see if we can get Avernum and Larnac. We're running pretty, from what I've experienced so far, pretty thin. But we got a little bit of food. Hopefully we can scavenge some more while we travel. I have no idea what they want, so, you know, I don't know if these guys actually sell anything too interesting. Ah, yeah, Larnac. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to make the trip back to Devon, so let's go for Avernum. Looks like distance-wise, raw distance-wise, it's a little closer than Devon, but no road, so... It's an awful lot of cargo slots we're not using. Do we drop another beast of burden? There's almost nothing to buy here. Yeah, almost nothing to buy. It's going to be rough doing a run with no trade goods, no faction missions. Just burning cash. Yeah, I don't see much to do. Alright, let's rest for the night. West and slightly north. Terrain looks not too bad. Mix. That's not great. 46, huh? And you guys can't do anything? Interesting. No hunting whatsoever, huh? Or foraging, I mean. Well, this could be interesting. I should have made a save before I left. Come on, button. 3 times I tried to press you. Okay, that's good. It was more than our usage rate. Let's kick up to there. Oh, 7 out of 9. I like 7s. And now we get a 100% fail rate. What the hell? What do I need to know about this terrain? That is really weird. The map doesn't tell me there's anything odd about this, but... Huh. I mean, if that continues, that's going to be a big problem. What the hell is this? Is this like the border of the world? I mean... Alright, let's get away from whatever this is. 5 days. Let's kick that up. Why did it have to be 11? What is that? Arx Mortis? Well, we're back to having some opportunity. I have a few more days. I don't want to give up my vitality. Yeah, let's just continue. $49, huh? Nice return on that one. If I don't do 150% rations, we lose nourishment regularly. So if you go 100, you'll drop by 1 every single turn that you stay at 100. In order to keep that maintained, you have to do 150. So, while, I mean, I will drop it to 100 on occasion. I'll go back and forth, but it felt like we were going to be okay on food, and this is going to be a big city, so I think I'll be able to buy food there. So I just didn't feel the need to dip below the 150 to maintain my numbers. What are we looking like? 60% is a good number. Let's come in with a whole bunch of food. Or a bunch of junk, you know, whichever. I think we can go there and still make it in. Yeah, 7's a good number. I like 7s. 7s leaves me the 2 points that I need in order to do the supply check without having to spend a vigor point. 2 movement points, no vigor points. Good numbers. Good numbers. Another really good return. We're maintaining 1, and we've got, I think, more food than we... Oh, yeah, we got more food than we left with, which is great. Other than, you know, not carrying any cargo, which sucks. It was a pretty good trip, except for that one spot. Or 2 times, I think, we had 0 items. You reach fortified gates of the great city after waiting your turn on the line of chatting travelers, bleeding beasts of burden, swearing loaders, exhausted slaves, decrepit pilgrims, and fellow Vagri. You're greeted gruffly by guards under the shadow of the gatehouse. I think they've used that description in one of the other cities. Alright, nothing to hide. Pay the tax. Head to the Mancio. First thing I want to know is food. Oh, it's not cheap. Good thing we brought our own. Alright, you can have the ivory, the hides, and the bone. We're sitting at 8 days, so I don't need to worry about buying the food. Let's see, equipment. Nothing there we haven't seen before. Faction market. Alright, so we are now in Vernum. I have no idea if there's stuff around here we can visit. We kind of bypassed the Umphalat outpost. Next time I might try to go to it from Avernum, because the plan is to go there and then down to Larnak, and then we'll head back in. That's going to be an interesting trip. Maybe we'll try to get to the quarry first, and then head on back into Torzags, and then do some trade missions from Torzags to get our cash back. We'll see how things go. Alright, we got a city to explore, though. So, missions, though. We got Carpenter's Guild, we got Darius, we got Okwo. No Okwo. Darn it. No Okwo presence here. I think Carpenter's is the one we're next farthest on. 51. Actually, Loader's Guild were higher. Benari, Loader's Guild, Carpenter's. Alright. So the theoretical plan is Larnak. I did see a mission for Larnak. Trade missions only. Can't take any of them. They're all high-level missions. Well, you know, level 1 being high for me. We don't have faction reputation tier 1, so that's the other problem. Yep, I've played Kenshi. I didn't play it extensively. You can see some Kenshi from me on my YouTube channel. There's not a ton of it there, but I played a bit of Kenshi. I couldn't find enough fun to counter the jank. The jank to fun ratio is just too off-kilter for me for Kenshi. Alright, so nothing to look at here. Since we don't have any of that, next thing I need to look for is what the hell do they have here in Vernum for stuff to sell? Let's go stack size. Anything? They've got ivory. So we've got a Vernum on the list. Vitrar. I don't believe I've ever been to Vitrar either, but I've got the information on it all of a sudden. Oops. Yeah, I have no idea what to take to Larnac. I think what I'll do is we'll look for something in comparison to Torzags. That way if I buy some, I know I'm eventually going to Torzags. So we'll use that information there and do a comparison. So we're comparing a buy price here in Avernum with a sell price in Torzag. A little bit on bronze. Bronze and tin looks mostly like some of the metals. I think copper had a little bit of profit, but there's not much that I would really want to look at. Yeah, copper's got a bit. Well, I hate making trips without cash. As long as we're able to scrounge supplies the entire way, we're only really burning time, which has its own value, but at least I'm not burning my cash supply. We could even, I'm tempted to even sell supplies here. No trade goods. No faction offers. What else can we do here? The hill, city's elites live there. Explore the city. Oh yeah, we gotta look for the tattoo again. All right, let's do a save before I do anything else. Have a go at it. Let her do her thing again. Gain loyalty again. I might have killed one or two on accident. Ah, come on. Alright, well, at least we pushed her storyline a little again. Oh yeah, do we can't bring this stuff up from here. We're still at 28 medical supplies, we're okay. That's a lot. I'm not going to read through all that. Talk to the sorcerer. Arcane lore 3 required. Apparently we might be able to get another companion. I don't know if it's a good idea to recruit all the companions you come across, or, I mean, do some companions absolutely hate other companions, and then one that I've kind of grown and spent points on and money on suddenly leaves because he's pissed off at the new companion, or I don't know just how much companion interaction there is, or how often you lose companions and need to replace them. Sell him something? I don't think we're carrying anything that's gonna... Nope, you can't have my spectral dust. I need that. Buy items. I would like to buy spectral dust. Ooh, I like anything that gets me scouting chance. Spellweaver requirement, though. I think, have a sorcery slot open. 60? Ouch. Maybe not. Demon Bone. Oh, Demon Bone Vambraces. Look at that. Nice. Big old fire resist, cold resist, and magic resist. $25 resist. Yeah, we gotta earn some cash. I can't be spending 10% of the Comitatus's funds for single items like this. Not yet, anyway. Demon Horn, arcane texts. Okay. Good to know. One of my foreigner apprentices, maybe in the city of Larnak. Okay. Oh boy. Necromancy. Okay. Don't want a blessing. Ooh, the smithy. Got to bring the materials, do you? Bronze, iron, steel. Reinforced wheels with metal axles for your carts. Doesn't actually say what the item does, though, specifically. Wish you could get details on the final product, not just, you know, bring me some bronze and you'll get this thing. Smelt scrap metal? Seek out the arena. Ooh, Carpenter's Guild headquarters. Nah, I don't want to borrow money. Jeez. Visit them at the Slag Fort. All right. All right. I think I'm just going to leave. I am not sure about ditching one of the beasts of burden. I don't see anything I want to trade. I don't have any faction offers, so we're running a little heavy. So I'm inclined... down to one beast of burden. That'll be the lightest we've been in quite a while. I don't know if I'll be able to... Well, it's a pretty big city. I'll probably be able to buy it back up. But yeah, let's do that. Let's sell the beast. Leaves me with 2 slots. We can fill as we travel. Gets me to 8 days. I got too many crew now as well. So we're at 23 out of 16. So let's get rid of a few workers. I think that's it. We only need 17. We'll get rid of 1 fighter. Alright, what are we at? 146 on our consumption per day. At normal 100% rates. I'm typically doing 150 to maintain stats, but... Alright, exchange news. Anybody going to Larnac? Nobody's going to Larnac. We may end up at Lumen, but I can't say for sure that's going to be our destination. Nah, let's not do that. Okay, we are heading for the outpost first, so southeast. %? Wow. Nope. Nope. Uh-oh. About an hour after the Comitatus settles down. Oh, it's the Screamer again. Alright. Yeah, lose vigor. Thanks, game. Oh, now it gets me 7 out of 8. Can we make it there if I push? We can't. 14. We can get there if we... Yeah, go ahead and do it. Umphalot Outpost Encampment. Life can thrive even beneath such an arid and dead wasteland as the Smolder Bone Flats. The outpost called Omphalat, nestled in humid caverns below the surface, is proof of this. Mushroom forests spread in the gloom, tended to by bound hands. Descend on a complex array of racks and ladders hewn from bone into a huge subterranean grotto, illuminated by a pale bluish glow. The enormous cavern is beset by a sweet, musky scent and dotted by tall, tree-like fungi emitting the aforesaid spectral light. Between these enormous stems, clay huts of various sizes and shapes huddle, and a multitude of workers scurry around, busy with harvest work, some on ladders, some on ropes dangling from the caps high above, again others tending to the mushrooms with fertilizer and dung. After asking around for a bit, you're directed by one of the workers towards the superintendent's office. Pushing aside a rag curtain, you enter a smaller cavern opening from the main grotto, accompanied by a desk and several rickety shelves along its walls. Both the desk and the shelves are chock full of various scrolls and ledgers. Amidst this abundance of administration stands an atypically slim dwarf stooped over one of the unrolled parchments. As he looks up, you can tell that he is more than a little weary. "Superintendent Progir at your service," he says in a tired voice. "What is it I can help you with?" Progir pronounces "you" in a way that suggests you are far from being the first to bother him on this fine day. "Yes, Vagrus, please make this quick. I've got quite a lot on my hands as it is." "Ah, yes, the operation. The God's damned operation." Then he starts muttering and grumbling to himself, and it takes a while before he seems to realize you're still standing there waiting for an answer. The dwarf shakes his somewhat overproportioned head. "Sorry about that. My mind tends to drift off a bit these days. There's quite a lot on it, you see." He takes a deep breath. "So about the operation. Not a lot of people ask about it, and to be perfectly honest, most of the details are classified anyway. A trade secret, if you will. Basically, we take advantage of the volcanic caverns below the flats to produce fungi of the highest possible quality for consumption. Ghost mushrooms is the common term, just like in the villas and some public gardens of Avernum. Maybe you've seen them. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to quick scan most of this. Okay, not much. What do we got? Wow, cheap supplies. This is the place to stop. Get you some, probably all made of mushrooms, but you know. I don't mind buying up some cheap supplies. Gonna be back to 8 days. Got our 2 slots available. A lot of mushrooms, a little bit of mushroom beer at 1-1, huh? Give me stack quantities. 1.7 stacks isn't a lot. At 2 silver, or 2 brass. Can almost double our money on mushrooms at Torzag's if we take them that far. I assume mushrooms is pretty much the the thing to buy here. So let's go ahead and grab a stack of mushrooms. Not doing any conquer missions, thanks. No Mancio. Ooh, no Mancio. We gotta sleep outside. Yeah. Alright, let's continue our trip down to Larnak, pretty much straight south. See what we find. Oh man, look at that terrain cost. 5! Ooh. If this is fours and fives the whole way down, oh my god, this is going to be long and expensive. I wish this map would give me some indication of the rough terrain. I mean, some of the places are somewhat obvious, but I mean, this looks just flat and wide open, but it's got some of the most expensive terrain I have ever seen so far. This is nuts. That's going to take an absolute monster amount of time. Huh. We are absolutely putting a save in here. This looks like a just march into your death in the middle of nowhere kind of situation. I mean, the numbers here look okay. There looks okay. So, I mean, the food for us to scavenge and such is pretty good. So, I don't think we'll starve. But, man, it'll take forever. This is 2 days. Yeah, these fives are going to kill me. And another one of those spots with absolutely no food. This trip is bonkers. And there's, it really bugs me that this looks completely clear. And this is the most nonsensical terrain we've seen yet. Look at this. What do I make of this nonsense? What the hell? Can I even get through here? And again, 0 for no apparent reason that I can figure out. Down to 2 days. Still completely 0. 1 day. Looks like that's the entry level or area we want to go to. 16, I can get 19 total movement. So go ahead and go there first. I'm going to push on in. Uh-oh. Lots of wind. Well, we made it. I absolutely do not like that north-south trip. That is terrible. First question. Mid-level prices. We're pretty much out of food. Stack prices. We're at a new place. Yeah, we can triple our money here. I think I'll just sell the mushrooms here. What little amount we have. It's 4 whole broths. Yeah, we're going to lose a lot of money on this trip.